In this video, we will look at how to create a content database policy. Once logged into Governance Automation, click on Policy on the opening screen. On this page, you'll see a listing of any existing site collection policies, including policy types such as a content database. For the benefit of this video, let's go ahead and create new content database policy. Simply click on the Create button. In the name field, type a meaningful name and description. Let's type SharePoint 2016 500 gigabytes. In the category, select Administration. And notice also that you can create your own categories. These are just the defaults out of the box from Governance Automation. Now in the Content Database Rules. For this exercise, let's select a maximum database size. Let's put this to 500 gigabytes. Now that we have set the maximum database size, let's go ahead and construct a database naming convention. As you notice here, we can use some variables. For this exercise, let's go ahead and type SharePoint underscore web application underscore 500 gigabytes underscore, and it will be followed by a suffix, a numerical suffix based on the quantity of databases that get created. Lastly, below we'll select a database contact. Governance Automation requires accountability. So let's select who will be accountable for this database scenario. Someone from our SQL Server team. We can now save this content database policy to be used in a site collection. Let me show you how to set this in an existing site collection policy. Let's save this. Before we go to site collection policy, you can also review the content database simply by clicking on the name. Notice also the options here at the top, and you get a full description of what this content database policy is. Let's now set this content database policy to an existing site collection policy. Let's close this, go back to the home page, click on Policy, and then select a site collection policy for which we want to use this new content database policy. Let's use this basic policy one. You can click on it. From the ribbon here, click Deactivate. To modify an existing site collection policy, it needs to be deactivated while you actually modify the policy itself. So let's go ahead and do this. And then click on Edit. Once in the site collection policy, scroll down to the content database section. In this section, simply select Use Content Database Policy and select the new content database policy that we just created. Now go ahead and save and activate this. Because we decided to use a specific content database policy based on maximum size, Governance Automation requires so that we select the proper quota template so that both Governance Automation and SharePoint settings align together. So in this example, since we're selecting 500 gigabytes, we'll select the equivalent quota. We can now save and activate this policy. Now if we want to review these configurations, simply click on the site collection policy name and just review the configurations. We can see now that we're using a content database policy. This concludes our How to Create a Governance Automation Content Database Policy video.